If you're new to Rainbow Six Mobile and you feel lost, this is the one video you need. This guide is a clean, beginner-friendly setup and mindset that will help you win more rounds faster without turning the game into homework. Today we are covering 3 things: settings that actually matter, a HUD layout concept that makes your movement and aim feel smoother, and the core gameplay loop that separates new players from confident players. Before anything else, understand what this game is. Rainbow Six Mobile is a 5v5 tactical shooter, where teams take turns attacking and defending an objective. Attackers play to plant and secure control. Defenders play to deny entry and protect the site. The key mindset shift is that information and positioning matter as much as raw aim. If you treat it like a normal run-and-gun shooter, you will feel like you die from nowhere. If you treat it like a tactical game, you will start getting free picks and easy round wins.
60 seconds.
Now, let us fix your controls, because good mechanics start with a layout that does not fight your fingers. Go to touch controls and customize your HUD. You do not need my exact button positions, you need the idea behind them. Here is the HUD concept that works for most players. Keep movement on the left side where your left thumb or left finger can stay locked in without reaching. Put crouch and lean close to the left side because you will use them constantly in fights and while holding angles. If you are a claw player, you can put them on your index too. On the right side, place ADS and vault high enough that you can hit them quickly. This game also has auto vault, so if you're a 2-finger player, that will be beneficial. Then place fire where it is comfortable without blocking your view. Keep gadgets and drones reachable, but not so close that you misclick them during gunfights. The reason this works is simple. You want to do 3 actions at once without getting tangled. Move, aim, and shoot. When those actions live in separate zones, you stop panicking and you start winning duels you used to lose. Next, settings. This is where many beginners overtweak and end up worse. In gameplay settings, turn off most auto features so you stay in control of your character. Keep aim assist on if you're still building consistency. One auto feature that is genuinely useful is auto swap weapons on empty, because it can save you in the middle of a fight when you cannot afford to look down and think. Everything else can stay close to default at first, because base settings are already designed to be playable for new users. Now, sensitivity. Do not copy a random pro player on day 1. Start with a medium sense that lets you track targets smoothly. If you notice you overflick and miss, lower it a bit. If you cannot turn fast enough to react, raise it a bit. Change slowly, then play multiple matches before changing again. We have a few sense guides on our channel. They are related to CODM, but most of the ideas would still carry over to this game. Change slowly, then play multiple matches before changing again. If you are not choosing gyro, that is fine. A lot of players keep the device stable and rely purely on touch muscle memory. Graphics and FOV are next. Set graphics to whatever your device can handle without overheating or dropping frames. Frame consistency matters more than pretty shadows. The most important setting here is field of view. Raise your player FOV so you can see more of the room and more of your sights. Also raise your drone camera field of view because drone intel becomes way more effective when you can see wider angles during scouting. Now we get into the real reason R6M feels different: destruction and breakable surfaces. New players often ignore destruction and keep using only doors and standard entrances. This is the slow way to lose. In this game, many surfaces are destructible, and that lets you create your own routes, your own sightlines, and your own pressure. Use destruction in 3 smart ways. Breach and enter when the main door is dangerous. If defenders are holding a tight angle, make a new opening and force them to reposition. Create new lines of sight. Sometimes you do not need to fully push, you just need a hole that lets you watch a rotation or deny a plant area. Create a safer path for your team. Opening a wall or a new route can let you reposition without walking into a predictable choke point. Think of destruction like editing the map to match your plan. You are not just breaking walls for fun, you are removing defender comfort and creating choices. Now, operators. Operators are the core of Rainbow Six. Each one has a unique ability and a role that shapes how they fight. As a beginner, you do not need to memorize every operator, you need to build a simple habit. Pick operators that provide clear value even if you do not top frag. Attackers. The Recruit is nothing to scoff at. While being a default character, Recruit comes with the M4 and SPD 9mm, which are both very decent weapons and a very powerful ability to carry extra gadgets. This is really good, as being able to carry both a grenade And the breaching charge allows you to, in situations, create rotations without using grenades. Once familiar with the mechanics, a good operator to get used to is Thermite. Thermite comes with a powerful exothermic charge gadget, which are crucial in breaking down reinforced walls, as they can take a lot of damage and sometimes are set up in places where breaching and taking control is extremely important. To assist you, Thermite comes armed with the reliable low recoil and decent damage, having Commando 556, whose recoil allows landing headshots much more easy. As an attacker, you will go up against some of the most annoying pieces of
equipment
from the defenders, things like bandit batteries, electrifying walls, jammers from mute scrambling equipment, making them unusable until the jammer is destroyed, rendering gadgets from Thermite and Ash unusable, preventing you from hard reaching into a room. To fight this, the best operator is Thatcher. This old-fashioned operator comes armed with the EMP grenade, which can temporarily disable defender gadgets, which include not only the aforementioned gadgets, but also cameras from Valkyrie and Maestro, helping your team get into the point and get the job done. Even in the defender side, the recruit proves again to be a viable option. Here they are armed with C4 and barbed wire. At the prep phase, the barbed wire can cover choke points to slow down and chip away health from attackers, making them easier to kill. On top of that, you also get C4, which you can place one at a time in certain places where you believe someone can attack from, or on a soft wall for an emergency rotation or bait. You are also armed with a good SMG, the UMP-45, and Thermite's pistol. Both of these deal great damage with easy to control recoil, perfect for a slightly more aggressive playstyle, especially when you are going to be in a very close proximity of enemies. Intel is key when it comes to defending. While the attackers have drones, defenders have cameras. Unfortunately, they are fixed in place, and good attackers with map knowledge will avoid those lanes and sneak up on you. But what if you could place cameras anywhere? For that, Valkyrie is perfect. She comes armed with black eye cameras, C4s, the MPX, and the Karatas revolver. The black eye cams can be placed anywhere in the building you are in, and can be used by your team too at any time, great to cover all blind spots. The C4 can further feed into your intel, as you can choose when to blow up your C4 when you have to get into a gunfight. The MPX has your back. Think of it as a UMP-45 with a higher fire rate, perfect to lean into being aggressive. Here is a beginner-friendly approach. On attack, prioritize intel and safe entry tools. If your ability helps you defenders, clear gadgets, or push safely, you are already useful. On defense, prioritize denial, traps, or extra cameras. If your ability slows down attackers or gives your teammate information, you are creating wins that do not show up on the scoreboard. Also remember, you cannot stack the same operator on a team, so get comfortable with at least 2 attackers and 2 defenders early. That way you are never stuck picking something you do not understand. Now the biggest skill gap tool in the whole game, Intel. Use drones and cameras properly, and you will feel like you have wall hacks compared to most beginners. During the prep phase on attack, your job is not to defend driving, your job is to find the bomb site and identify defender positions. Scan only when it helps. If you scan too much, you get your drone destroyed. A hidden drone that survives is often more valuable than a quick scan that dies instantly. Park it while watching a hallway, a rotate, or a doorway that defenders are likely to use. During the round, use pings and callouts. Even if you die, stay useful by watching cameras and feeding info to your team. A calm teammate on cams who can win rounds while the rest of the squad is fighting. Pair that intel with sound. Sound is a weapon in this game. Listen for footsteps, barricades, braking, reloads, and explosions. If you hear movement, do not sprint into the noise, hold an angle. Wait for the mistake and take the easy kill. This is also where your pings matter. When someone is spotted or pinged, you get a free clue about where to aim and where not to overextend. Now let us put it all together into a simple round plan you can follow every match. On defense, your first job is setup. Barricade key doors and windows, reinforce what protects the objective or block strong attacker angles, place traps and utility where attackers must pass, not where you hope they pass, then stop moving like you are hunting. Hold a smart angle, play with your team, and trade kills. If you go outside, remember, you can get scanned, so do not give away free intel. On attack, your first job is information. Drone, identify sites, identify defenders, and ping important gadgets or positions. Choose one entry path with your team instead of 5 people entering 5 doors. Clear one area at a time, then push together. Once you have space, plant or force defenders into bad fights. Do not chase kills across the map when the objective is already yours. If you want to level up fast, focus on this. Make your decisions based on information, not emotions. Most beginner losses happen because of panic pushes, random sprints, and zero drowning. That is it for this beginner guide. Copy the ideas, keep your setup simple, and give yourself a few matches to build rhythm.